Hi guys, James Wilson Taylor here for Roxanne with a special Roxanne news update as Stand Atlantic have just dropped their brand new single Deathwish featuring the one and only Nothing Nowhere. And I had a chance to chat with Bonnie Fraser via Zoom recently, all about the single, the creation of it, making that music video remotely, what to expect from them in the future, and reflecting a little bit on last year's album Pink Elephant. So without any further ado, here it is in conversation. This is Bonnie Fraser. The new single is Deathwish. Let's start with the obvious question. Tell me about it. When did this one kind of start? It must have been written in quarantine, right? Or at least over the last year.
Yeah, it was written in quarantine, I guess, if Australia counts as having a quarantine. I don't know. Yeah, we wrote it towards the end of last year, like maybe September or something. I've had the idea for it for a while, but we never kind of got around to doing it, and the kind of like ideas we wanted to try and stuff I just didn't feel like we were ready to do, and then with quarantine and everything like going to shit, to be frank, like touring wise, just we got in the studio and we were just like, let's just do that thing that we wanted to do for ages, and we fucking did it, and here it is, and that's what it sounds like, and it's good, and it's probably our favorite song we've ever done ever.
Nice. What was it that was holding you back then? What was it you didn't feel ready to because it definitely sounds like, I would say it's probably among the heavier stuff you've done, but it's definitely still sounds like a Stan song, really. What was it that was new about this that really was holding you back a little bit before?
um I think I'm kind of one of those people, like, I don't have much confidence in myself, but at the best of times. And with music and stuff, I want to make sure that when we're taking risks, like I'm 100% like in it, and I'm 100% for it, and I don't want to like tiptoe around it or anything. I just kind of want to go like full ball, and I don't think we as a band like in a place to kind of do that yet. So I just meticulously just bided my time, basically. So that's it.
Does it feel like that's a space you want to play in more and more?
Like, we're still writing now. Like, we have enough songs to like release an album now, but because we have the time to hone in on things, I think I don't want to say like yes or no, because like a song we write tomorrow might be like completely different, or but we definitely like the only consistent thing I can say about us is the fact that we will always be true to like the music that we want to listen to, and like we'll always bring it home for people no matter what, even if the next album is like teddy bear trap, like that's not even a fucking genre, I'm just talking out my ass, but like we will always find a way to like bring it back home to like why, like the reasons why people started listening to us in the first place. Like we definitely always want to respect that, and at the end of the day, like the band we were when we started is still like the elements of that is still something we want to like always convey. So yeah, basically to answer your question in the longest way possible, I don't know.
That works for
maybe
me.
maybe
That works
yeah.
for me. But it does sound, it's funny because like you say, it does have elements of like this is a Stand Atlantic song in every sense of the word. It very much sounds like what you guys have always been about. It's got that catchy melody, it's got that catchy chorus. Like I say, some heavy guitars in there. What is cool though is you are, willing to experiment with new stuff. Case in point, we got Nothing Nowhere on here, and that trap beat that kind of comes in onto him and stuff. It really kind of works well. It blends really nicely. I take you must have been a fan of his work for a while. Like, how did you guys end up working together on this?
Of course, I think it's hard not to be a fan of that guy. He is like so good, and he's really talented as well, which I don't know if like people actually understand that. Like, yeah, he is like totally the real deal. How it came about, I don't know. I think we knew this song was so different, and like to an extent, and I think we didn't want to like, I think in a way it was a way to like soften the blow to get someone else to like kind of feature on it. And we've always wanted to do like a really cool feature with someone that we really look up to. I know in the past we collaborated with Hannah Hermione on, oh, Hannah Greenwood, sorry. Yeah, Hannah Greenwood. Yeah, same thing. On a deep cut on skinny dipping. But I think it was time to kind of just like take the leap of faith and like go with someone that we really do admire. Oh, we admire Hannah as well, not saying that, but like for a single, and like just push it and go for it. And the way it came about, like I don't even know, but somehow he like heard the song, and we asked if he would like want to be on it, not expecting shit back, because it's like, why would he even want to? I don't know. And the next minute he did, and we were like, oh, amazing. And I got on a call with him, and he said he was like a fan of the stuff we did, and I was like, fuck, sick, likewise. So it was just a cool like little mutual thing, and yeah, and he smashed it, he killed it.
Yeah, was it a case of, I guess you already had the basics of the track there, was it a case of we'll send it off and like give him creative freedom? I mean, obviously the guy knows what he's doing, but were you just like, you put your spin on this and we'll take a listen? Or was it like a bit more of a direct collab? I guess it must be kind of hard when you're on other sides of the world at the minute as well.
Oh yeah, totally. Look, we shot the music video in like 3 different countries. Explain that, I don't know. Yeah, it was definitely like, I think I personally, and all the guys as well, like we trusted him to like do his own thing if he wanted. I had a verse written already, so I was like, if you want to just sing that, that's totally cool. But it would be fire if you could like write your own, it'd be sick. And he did it in the first thing he sent back. We were like, all right, and just put that in. Perfect, done. It was so good.
Nice when it works out that way, isn't it? Nice and
Yeah,
simple.
very lucky. We're very
there we
lucky.
go. Slot that one in. That works.
Yeah.
You mentioned the music video, which people will be able to check out by the time this goes out. Yeah, tell me a little bit about working, because yes, variety of locations. It's, you know, it's an art form in a way, doing these lockdown music videos and making it look. I wouldn't have guessed necessarily, other than the fact that I know you're on different sides of the world, but it's all different locations. It works quite well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously if we had to do a fucking Zoom music video, I would have just ended it all right there. We just found a way to make it work. He knew a guy that he could like get to film his parts. It was more so like the logistics of the whole thing that was like fucking stressful, because we were like, okay, we need it by this deadline, we have about 2 weeks to sort everything out, and everyone was kind of like scrambling. But on the other hand, it was like the most involved I've personally ever been with like a music video, and I like am stoked with that, and I want to like continue doing that more in the future. But yeah, I had like a bigger hand in the like the creative side of it, which was cool. I've forgotten like the actual question, but it was a logistical nightmare is what I would say, but we pulled it off and it looks cool.
You mentioned, you know, working on new music, as everyone kind of is at the minute when there's no touring. Of course, why not pour into another creative outlet? Makes a lot of sense. I guess you don't necessarily want to give too much away and things, but in terms of when we might hear some more stuff, this is obviously a standalone single. Are you thinking that might be the way forward for the time being? Some more standalone singles maybe coming soon? I don't know.
I think so. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm allowed to say or what I should be saying or shouldn't say, but who gives a crap? But yeah, I think for the time being, just because travel and touring is so up in the air right now, I don't think we want to like commit to releasing a whole body of work right now. Also because, as I said before, we're still writing it. So yeah, I think people can expect some little drops. Yeah. That's what I say.
No, that's exciting. That's exciting. And it's a good way to be, particularly, you know, as touring hopefully is coming back and kind of starting to build again. You know, you want to
have faith. Yeah.
Yeah, fingers. Well, in your part of the world, it feels like you might be onto a winner very soon. You know, you guys had a chance to be thinking about shows. I guess maybe you could be playing shows even sooner than we think, I guess.
Well, we've got shows in August and July here, and they're full capacity from what I can remember. Not to brag, but
take the win. Fair play to you.
Win. Yeah. Yeah, but it's, I don't know. I think I have faith that everything's going to open up soon. Yeah. Just want to get that vaccine. Just get it in my veins.
Here's what I'll leave you with though, is because it's been a little minute since Pink Elephant kind of came out, and you know, I always like to talk generally with people when it's been just kind of a few months away. How do you feel about how it all went down? Surreal moment, I suppose, not being able to tour around it as so many bands have and everything. It's definitely going to be the most unique album release cycle I guess you guys ever get to do. But how do you do? Yeah, you know what I mean.
Such a privilege.
Yeah, you know what I mean. No. But like, how do you feel about it now that it's a little bit in the rear view, and that moment and that whole release around it seems to have gone down great despite the challenges?
Yeah, 100%. I think it was just very bittersweet, like being able to like the thing about like what's cool about touring is like you release an album or you release a song or whatever and you see fucking fake numbers on the internet, like they don't actually exist until you and they don't mean shit to me anyway until you actually like see it in the flesh, and like you get to shows and you see like people connecting and like having a dope time and like coming to your show, and that's when like I feel like it really just like validates it all for us and like makes it feel like it's worthwhile. And not to be able to do that was very just depressing. It makes you feel like you don't have a purpose. But having said that, in hindsight, I am like really like happy with how it went, and I don't think we could have asked for anything more than like the reception that we got. So like we're just happy and we're just pushing forward. So
for all your latest Stand Atlantic news and all the latest news on all your favorite bands, just head right now over to rocksound.tv. In the meantime, I've been James Wilson Taylor, and this has been a Rock Sound News Update.